gonna be loud. I forgot I turned this thing on. Okay, guys. I'm having a moment. um, I'm so tired and confused. And also, I understand that I don't have to understand. The way things being they are, like my understanding is not a prerequisite for reality. But I'm having a hard time grasping this reality right now. I'm feeling disappointment. And I guess if I'm honest, a little bit of anger. But also, I am at a place in my life where I'm pretty surrendered because I realize that when you don't accept reality, that's when you suffer. And the reality is that I just made a post. I shared some photos of my AC unit in this art studio. I've been really sick since I moved in here. And my symptoms got really bad today. I was in here in this space for a really long time over the weekend. And I've noticed like the more time I spend in the space, the worse my symptoms get. They let up a little bit when I'm out of the space for a longer period of time. So I pretty well determined that whatever was going on with me was probably environmental. But I've been dealing with gastrointestinal issues and respiratory issues since I started working out of here. And today I woke up and everything was a lot worse, and added on to my symptoms was nausea and a rash around my lungs and some phlegm, which suggests that I'm maybe developing some sort of respiratory infection. So the check filter light is on my AC. And it was on before I moved in here. When I looked at the space, the light was on. And I pointed it out to the property manager, and they said, "Oh, we'll clean that for you and we'll take care of it, put a new filter in before you move in." Well, obviously they didn't, because I just took off the face of the AC. And let me show you what's growing in there. This is what I've been breathing in. I can see that. Oh, I can't. This is what I've been breathing in. You can see there's water there and algae and mold. And so I guess that explains why I've been so sick. And it was raining a lot this weekend, and I was in here working, and when it stopped raining, I realized that I was hearing the sound of water continuing to run, and it sounded like it was running down into my AC unit, which suggests there's a leak in the roof or the water's running down the wall. I don't know how it's getting in. The rain is getting into the unit. That's what it sounded like. So I'm disappointed and I'm confused. I'm confused because there's like no doubt in my mind that I was given the space. That it was given to me to use for a certain purpose, which was to introduce people to certain ideas and share my visions and my poetry and my dreams that I've had. And I've been very passionately working on it, and I've been having so much fun. And I want to be in the space. I love it. It's beautiful. And also, I'm really sick right now. And I shouldn't even be sitting in here right now, but I've got to get the space cleared out enough so that there's some people coming to check out what's going on tomorrow, like some AC guys. And I had built a sculpture in front of the unit. Okay, so that means I had to very carefully move the sculpture so that they could get to it, because I don't want them to knock it over, you know. So I'm having to move stuff, and I also painted the floor. I painted it with like grease. I'll show you. See, that's a grease paint. So that means if you walk on it too much, it's gonna come off, right? Which I'm getting this all set up for a show. It's gonna be immersive and interactive. So it's fine. I can stay off of this and not walk on it until the show. And then, you know, once the show happens, it's fine if people walk on it because it's part of the experience. But now I'm gonna have to miss work tomorrow and sit here and wait for these people to show up. So I'm gonna miss a day of work and show them what's going on, ask them questions. I'm very concerned because that looks nasty, and I know I'm sick, so obviously whatever kind of mold it is, it's not good for me. Like, my body's not responding well to breathing that in. You know, even if it's not like a black mold or something that's going to kill me, it's making me sick. So, you know, even if they say, oh, we can clean this, I'm concerned because if there's water coming in the roof and running down the wall, even if they clean out the AC unit, there's probably mold in the wall or in the ceiling, which means it's just going to keep coming back, and I'm going to be breathing that stuff in. And mold is dangerous. Mold's not a joke, especially in Florida. So, yeah, I'm just sitting here like being frustrated and confused, and also like, why the heck did they not check the AC before I moved in? Like, but whatever, it's what happened. It is what it is. But I really want to do the show. I really want to deliver this project, this story. I want to tell this story to my community. So, yeah, I'm having a hard time understanding, because this is not something I really sought out. It was something I was led to do, you know. And so my mind is like, why was I led to do this if this is what's going to happen? Well, obviously there's some lesson here, and I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I don't, regardless of what they say, I don't feel safe in here, because I have been having a lot of brain fog today, and you hear how I'm talking, and been sick. So, like, health is not something to mess around with. Health is everything. If you don't have health, you have nothing else. So I don't ever want to gamble with my health. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. But like I said, I shouldn't even be sitting in this space right now. As soon as I walk in here, I start getting like a rash around, like a red rash, itchy rash around my lungs. Say a prayer for me, guys. It feels like there's like a tug of war, like a spiritual tug of war going on in my head, where like there's a part of me saying, oh, like, well, you're delusional, like you imagined all this. I know I didn't imagine any of it. I know that Holy Spirit led me to this space, and I thought I understood why. This is very disappointing. In the past I've had a tendency to be very stubborn and to push to have my way and push through things and have my own way be done. And if I was going to do that in this situation, I would just ignore the symptoms I'm having, and I would say, I'm going to do this no matter what, because it's only a 3-month lease. It's a 3-month lease, which is not long. You know, I've already been here a month. So part of me is just like, just stay the 3 months, just write it out. How much damage can be done in 3 months? Like, even if there's mold here, but I'm already like experiencing really bad symptoms in 3 weeks. So I know it's probably not smart to be in this space, but like I said, I've already put so much work into it. So I don't know, maybe I could just do one show. Like, maybe I could stay 2 months. Maybe, I don't know. I have to, I'm jumping the gun. But this is what's going on in my head right now. And um, yeah, I don't understand. But I don't understand most things. What I know is that life is very humbling. And mysterious. Okay, I'm just rambling, but I'm not gonna be doing the reading in the morning because I gotta deal with all this stuff and figure out what's going on, and I'll let you guys know. But please say a prayer that it all works out smoothly, and that if I do have to move out, that I'm able to, you know, get my deposit and stuff back, which I'm sure I will be if it's determined that this isn't a safe environment. But I really want to do this show. All right. Well, I'll find out. I'll find out tomorrow what's going on. I'll let everyone know.